Hey, this is the Orderflows trade review for April 12, 2016. Today I'm going to talk about divergences. My name is Michael Valtos. I'm the founder of Orderflows.com. First, a brief disclaimer. This presentation is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered a solicitation to buy or sell a futures contract or make any other type of investment decision. Futures trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, what I want to talk about today is divergences. And what's a divergence? A divergence is when you have a new high, a new or equal high, and negative delta, or a new or equal low and positive delta. You have the indicator, which is delta, going in the opposite direction of price. That's what's giving you the divergence. Now, with order flow, on a market, I chose today's topic to be about divergence because when a market is trending in one direction, you tend to get multiple divergent signals. And you don't want to just take them all blindly. You want to take the ones that have a higher chance of being successful. So, okay, here's this morning is a perfect example. Just before 10 a.m., the market started taking off to the upside. And 950. This is a 5-range S&P chart. And 951, you have a divergence, and then the market 2 bars later goes and makes a new high. 3 bars later, you have another divergence, comes off 1 or 2 ticks, makes a new high. Now, if you're trying to sell each divergence, you're gonna get your head handed to you. You would have taken got stopped out here, stopped out on this one. This one kind of went sideways before it took it out. And okay, so then you get another divergence. Okay, then the market comes off and then just works its way back up. So you've already had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 divergences in a matter of 9:51 until 10:12. It's 20 minutes. You've already had 4 divergences, and if you're selling each one, you've had 4 losses. Okay, now you have your 5th one here at 10:26. Market comes off, but here at 10:32 you get another one. This is your your 6th one in your 6th one in about 40 minutes. What's so different about this one is you have a ratio 0.4021, a blue number. The ratios that you like will be in the blue numbers. The ratios that are just average will be black numbers. That's why I have ratios on there to help point things out to you. But what it's telling you that is this type of ratio, 0.4021, 0.4, is telling you that there's some stopping volume up here. When you're getting a ratio, the market is telling you something. It's either telling you that buying or selling is dried up, or selling or buying has stopped, in the sense that there's strong offers or strong bids in the market. In this case, since it's on top, it's a bearish signal. It's telling you that there's strong offers in the market up here at these levels. And what happens? This is the first one out of 6 in a row, 6 divergences in a row, that the market at least came off a bit. It went down from 50.5 down to 47.5. So it was a 3-point move. It's a 5-range chart. A 3-point move is very good. Again, when you're trading divergences, look for a signal. Look for confirmation beyond just a divergence. When you get a ratio, it tends to be much more powerful. Okay, so real quick, I'll just run through what happened afterwards. Now, again, you get another divergence. It's 2 more divergences that failed. This is a day where 3 divergences where the market is just taking off pretty much in a one-way direction. Here, making new highs. Another divergence that failed. a couple more. There's 2 more divergences that failed. Now, this one is a little bit more interesting. You have a divergence but no ratio. In this case, you have a ratio immediately after it. It's when, even though you don't have a ratio right on this bar, sometimes, it's just due to the fact that, you can only trade what the market gives you. That's a saying that I use a lot of times, and it just may not have been enough in there to give you the volume you need for a ratio. The ratio came afterwards, so even if you don't have a ratio here, if on the next bar you do have a ratio, to me that's also a valid signal. And again, what happened? This market's it sold off a little bit, came right back up towards this area where the first ratio was, and you have another ratio. So you have divergence here with no ratio, but in the next bar you have a ratio confirming this divergence. And it came off, but it came right back up to a one tick through the high of this ratio, which is fine. But you got what do you have? You have another ratio at that level, so it's telling you price is being rejected up in here. That this high is probably going to hold, and what happens? Then the market starts to come off again. And that's where my chart's at for the day. But like I said, if you're just trading ratios, if you're just trading divergences by themselves, you're gonna get whacked. What you want to have a ratio to confirm the divergence. So don't just take divergences every time they occur. Because I said on a trending market like today, you're gonna get new highs, come off, make new highs, come off, make new highs, come off, and oftentimes when you're making highs like that, you're going to get multiple divergences, and they're not all going to work. So if you can refine your entries, that's what you want to do. You want to refine your entries and take the higher probability trades. Okay, so thanks for watching that. Right now I got a special offer for the Orderflows Trader software. If you're interested in it, drop me an email, mike@orderflows.com, and put in the subject line of your email I'll call it a special offer, so I know what your email is about. But it's really a complete package on order flow trading. It's the Orderflows Trader software, the course, the Delta Scalper. It's quite a bit. I just want to show you the Delta Scalper today real quick. There was some beautiful beautiful setups there. Okay, so this is the Delta Scalper. This is a 5-minute E-mini chart, bar chart. Delta Scalper will run on an order flows chart. It'll run on a bar chart, or order flow chart, bar chart, Renko chart, whatever. It all runs on it. So it's giving you a signal here. This is around the 34.5 level, and then boom, it pops up a good 6 points here. This one failed. This one worked out a little bit, and then you get a big sell signal here, and this one worked out. Okay, you get another sell signal, a little buy signal. Just 8 o'clock, you get a nice little sell signal here. Kind of worked out when cash opened up. Boom, you get this beautiful sell signal again. It's catching some pretty nice, big, chunky 6, 7, 8 point moves. Consistently here. This worked out, this didn't work out, this one didn't work out. But if you're trading with any sort of tight stop, I'll say tight, you don't even need tight stop. You just stick your stop right above this bar on a short, or just below this bar going across on a long. It's not that difficult. But again, it's catching move from 57 down to 53. That's a good 4 points. How many points is that? I haven't added it up yet today, but it's looking really nice. All right, and then I'll just show you this Delta Scalper on a range chart here. This is a 5 range chart again. It gives you this buy. Spend more. It did spend a bit of a time, up. It's this is 6:30 in the morning. just before 8 o'clock, it kicks off a little sell here, and that's a nice 3 or 4 point move. Another buy, and it goes up here, a sell. You could be getting short somewhere up in here, ideally. I don't know if you'd be taking a little bit of heat, probably would be stopped out. What else? This is a nice buy signal here. You're getting in at 34, and it just shoots right up here to 42. You get a sell signal, comes off, buy signal goes up. The sell signal failed. The sell signal failed. Okay, but you have a pretty tight stop. You're getting short somewhere in here. Your stop is just above here. Here's a sell signal. Didn't stop you out, going sideways, and then comes off a bit. 3 or 4 points. You're talking 51 down to 48. Okay, it comes back up. And just before 3 o'clock, it gives you another buy signal. So all in all, it's a very, very powerful order flow indicator. Okay, so again, to find out more about my special offer, send me an email, mike@orderflows.com, with the subject line special offer, and I'll tell you more about it. Trust me, you won't want to pass it up. So again, thanks for watching this video. To learn more about the software in order flow, that's the software used in this video, be sure to visit my website, www.orderflows.com. Thank you.